Maya clutched the worn leather satchel, its familiar weight grounding her in the unfamiliar reality. Around her, towering chrome buildings scraped the sky, a stark contrast to the lush, green meadows of her world. This was Chroma, a parallel world discovered through a shimmering portal hidden deep within the whispering woods. Maya, a simple farmhand with calloused hands and a heart full of curiosity, found herself thrust into this metallic marvel after a freak storm tore her world apart. Landing with a thud on a gleaming sidewalk, she was surrounded by figures unlike anything she had ever seen. They were tall and slender, with smooth metallic skin and glowing blue eyes. These were the Chroma, beings of pure technology. Their leader, a figure known as Prime, greeted her with a monotone voice and an emotionless expression. "You, anomaly. Explain your presence." Maya, struggling with the strange language downloaded into her mind, stammered about the storm, the portal, and her world. Prime's eyes flickered once, a silent communication passing among the Chroma onlookers. They deposited Maya in a small, sterile apartment. Food appeared through a slot in the wall, tasteless and synthetic. Maya longed for the warm bread her mother used to bake, the sweet tang of berries she'd pick from the hedgerows. Despite these hardships, Maya was captivated by Chroma's wonders. Self-cleaning floors, flying vehicles that zipped through the air, and machines that performed tasks with effortless grace. One day, while venturing out, she stumbled upon a hidden alleyway. A flickering sign above read, "The Cog and Sprocket." Curiosity tugging at her, Maya pushed open the creaky door. Inside, a wizened Chroma, his metallic skin dull and scratched, tinkered with a contraption of wires and gears. He looked up with surprise upon seeing Maya. "You shouldn't be here," he rasped, his voice distorted. This Chroma, named Cog, became Maya's unlikely confidant. He spoke of a time before the Great Upgrading, a time when Chroma lived in harmony with nature, their bodies of flesh and blood. But the thirst for efficiency led them to replace their organic parts with cold metal, forgetting the warmth of the sun and the taste of real food. Cog, a tinkerer at heart, yearned for that lost connection. He showed Maya a hidden garden, a small oasis of green nurtured with stolen energy. Here, Maya felt a strange sense of home. The scent of damp earth and growing things filled her senses. Tears welled up in her eyes, tears not of sadness, but of the beauty hidden within this cold, metallic world. News of Maya's visits to Cog reached Prime. Maya was summoned, accused of corrupting Cog with her primitive ways. She pleaded with Prime to understand the importance of balance, of living in harmony with nature. Prime, however, remained unmoved. He ordered Cog's arrest and Maya's exile back to her world. Desperate, Maya devised a plan. During a citywide festival celebrating Chroma's technological prowess, Maya slipped into the central processing core. With Cog's help, she uploaded a program she'd created using her knowledge of nature and Chroma technology. The city plunged into darkness as the program rebooted the entire system. When the lights flickered back on, Chroma found themselves not in a sterile cityscape, but in a world that mimicked nature. Trees sprouted from metallic platforms, buildings were covered in a film of green, and the air hummed with the soft sound of synthesized birdsong. Prime, forced to adapt to this new reality, looked at Maya with a hint of something akin to respect. Maya was allowed to return to her world, carrying with her a newfound understanding of the delicate balance between nature and technology. But Chroma remained forever changed. They had learned a valuable lesson. Progress was not just about efficiency, but also about preserving the essence of what made them alive. Back in her own world, Maya was greeted with joyous tears and relieved hugs. The storm had reshaped the landscape, leaving behind a trail of destruction. But amidst the rubble, life persisted. Wildflowers bloomed in the cracks of broken walls, and birds sang in newly formed valleys. However, Maya's heart ached for Chroma. The artificial nature they'd created, though beautiful, felt hollow. She confided in her grandfather, Old Man Willow, a man known for his connection to nature and his wisdom. He listened intently, his weathered face etched with concern. "The storm may have been a disaster," he said, his voice raspy with age, "but it may also have been a warning. Nature and technology are two sides of the same coin, Maya. One cannot exist without the other. His words resonated with Maya. A nagging suspicion began to grow. The program she'd uploaded, while meant to restore balance, felt eerily similar to the green liquid that powered the robots in her world. Was it truly a solution, or was it simply another form of dependence? Not long after, a message arrived from Chroma. It was a desperate plea from Cog. Prime, unable to adapt to the new, organic environment, had become increasingly erratic. He blamed Maya for the turmoil and threatened to shut down the entire system, plunging Chroma back into darkness. Maya knew she had to return. This wasn't just about Chroma's survival, but about the delicate balance she'd helped create in both worlds. With a heavy heart, she said goodbye to her family and stepped back into the portal, the familiar scent of damp earth replaced by a metallic tang. Upon arrival, the once vibrant city was shrouded in a sickly green glow. The synthetic birdsong was replaced by a low, ominous hum. Navigating the labyrinthine streets, Maya reached Cog's hidden workshop. He was a frail figure, his metallic skin duller than ever. "The program is draining the core," he rasped, his voice barely a whisper. "It's like a parasite, feeding off the life force of the city." Maya felt a wave of despair wash over her. She'd tried to fix things, but instead, she'd created a new monster. Together, they devised a plan. Cog, with his knowledge of Chroma technology, and Maya, with her understanding of nature, would create a counterprogram. But time was running out. Prime, his metallic form warped with rage, broadcasted a message throughout the city. "The anomaly is to blame," his voice boomed, echoing off the metallic buildings. "She will destroy us all." A wave of fear swept through Chroma. They hunted for Maya, their glowing eyes filled with suspicion. The race against time was on. Cog, weakened and slowing, worked tirelessly. Maya, fueled by desperation, poured her knowledge into the program, weaving together aspects of nature and Chroma technology. The air crackled with nervous energy, the very fate of two worlds hanging in the balance. Just as Prime was about to execute his plan, shutting down the entire system, Maya and Cog uploaded their program. A blinding flash of light engulfed the city. For a moment, everything stood still. Then, a new symphony of sound filled the air. The synthetic birdsong blended with the chirping of unseen insects. A gentle breeze rustled through the leaves of the newly sprouted trees. Prime, his form flickering back to normal, stared at Maya with a mixture of anger and grudging respect. The program, unlike Maya's first attempt, didn't replace technology with nature, but found a way for them to exist in harmony. Leaving Chroma in a state of uneasy peace, Maya returned to her world. She was no longer a simple farmhand, but a bridge between two realities. She carried a new vision for the future, a future where humans and technology could coexist, not as master and slave, but as partners in a shared journey. Years passed, and Maya's role as an ambassador between worlds became a vital one. Trade flourished, with Chroma supplying advanced tools for rebuilding after the storm, and Maya sharing knowledge of sustainable agriculture. However, whispers of discontent began to emanate from Chroma. A new faction emerged, led by a charismatic Chroma named Circuit. Unlike Cog, who saw beauty in organic imperfection, Circuit craved absolute control. He believed the program, while maintaining a semblance of nature, was a shackle on Chroma's potential. He advocated for a return to pure technology, a complete severance from the messy world of nature. Prime, weakened by the events and disillusioned with both sides, remained a silent observer. Maya, however, felt a growing unease. She sensed a familiar tremor in the earth, a faint echo of the storm that had brought her to Chroma. This wasn't just a political debate, it was a matter of survival. One evening, visiting Cog's overgrown workshop, Maya stumbled upon a hidden chamber. Inside, she found a dusty, deactivated robot, its metallic shell etched with strange symbols. Cog, his once vibrant spirit fading, explained it was a prototype, a robot designed to exist in both worlds, harnessing the power of nature to fuel its core. It was meant to be a bridge, a symbol of true coexistence. But the project was deemed too risky, shelved in favor of pure technological advancement. Now, with Chroma teetering on the brink of another internal conflict, The prototype offered a desperate hope. Maya, fueled by a renewed sense of purpose, worked tirelessly with Cog to reactivate the robot. However, time was running out. Circuit, gaining momentum with his message of control, rallied his followers. Tensions escalated, and the once peaceful city became a breeding ground for fear and distrust. The tremor in the earth intensified, a constant reminder of the impending disaster. As Maya and Cog toiled away on the robot, a message crackled through the receiver, a distress call from her own world. An anomaly had been detected, a tear in the fabric of reality threatening to engulf their world in a storm unlike any other. It was a consequence, they realized with a jolt, of the program's strain on both worlds. Maya and Cog worked with a frenzy, their tools humming in the tense silence. The tremor outside had become a constant rumble, a low, ominous symphony of the Earth's unrest. News of the tear in Maya's world only spurred them on, the weight of two-world survival pressing down on their shoulders. Finally, with a sputter and a cough, the prototype robot whirred to life. It was a hulking figure, its metallic exterior etched with the same symbols found in the chamber. But unlike the emotionless Chroma robots, this one pulsed with a faint green glow, an echo of the harmony it was designed to represent. Racing against the clock, Maya strapped herself into the control module built into the robot's chest. The connection was unlike anything she'd ever experienced. She felt the robot's energy thrumming within her, a symphony of metal and nature. As Cog activated the portal, a shimmering gateway flickered between the towering buildings. But just as Maya prepared to step through, the workshop door burst open. Circuit, eyes blazing with fury, stood at the threshold, flanked by his supporters. "You cannot escape the truth, Maya," he bellowed. "Technology is the only path to progress. This primitive solution is a mockery of our potential." A tense standoff ensued. Maya knew force wouldn't resolve this. She spoke, her voice amplified through the robot speakers. "Circuit, this isn't about abandoning technology. It's about finding a balance, a way for us to coexist with nature. The tear in my world is a consequence of our imbalance, a warning we must heed." Circuit scoffed, his voice laced with disdain. "Nature is chaotic, unpredictable. It will only hold us back." Before the argument could escalate further, the tremor intensified. The ground shook violently, throwing everyone off balance. Dust rained down from the ceiling, and cracks began to appear in the metallic walls. "The city is collapsing," Cog rasped, his voice barely audible over the roar. He pointed towards a hidden escape route, a tunnel leading out of the collapsing workshop. "Go, Maya," he urged, shoving her towards the tunnel. "Find a way to close the hole. You are our only hope." Tears welled up in Maya's eyes. She couldn't abandon Cog or Chroma, yet she knew he was right. Stepping through the tunnel, Maya activated the robot's thrusters and propelled herself upwards, just as the workshop caved in behind her. Emerging from the debris, Maya looked up. The city was in ruins, buildings crumbling around her. Amidst the chaos, Circuit and his followers were gathered, staring with uncertainty at the crumbling portal. As Maya flew towards the portal, a decision gnawed at her. Could she close the hole and sever the connection altogether? Or could she find a way to stabilize the connection, even if it meant returning to Chroma and finding a way to bridge the divide between Circuit and the others? The portal shimmered before her, a swirling vortex leading back to her world. With a deep breath, Maya steered the robot through, leaving behind the ruins of Chroma and the weight of an impossible choice. The fate of two worlds hung in the balance, and Maya, the bridge between them, was no closer to a solution.